Alright, I'm Javier, and my main claim is increased restriction and laws on handguns is beneficial to California. And one of my major supporting points on this is more control over handguns reduces the number of deaths, and then using different ammunitions is safer than using the normal bullets. Also, there's another claim, and finally is money is made from the gun control laws. Alright, so we're going with the more control over handguns. Accidental deaths are of course obvious because while children playing with the guns when they're not locked away, and then there's also and then these laws help reduce these deaths because it's in the law that you have to put your guns in a safe where it can be locked. And this helps bring the deaths down. And then an MSNBC reported that gun control has reduced gun deaths from 5,500 in 1993 victims to 2,935 in 2010. With these laws, they had it's obvious that there's a decrease in these deaths. And then CNN had updated on their information that reduced death by guns, stated that researchers found large effects of universal background checks, and we were associated with a 39% reduction in death, and ammunition background checks, which were associated with 18% reduction in death. More restrictions can also increase the reduction in death. Using different ammunition is safer than normal bullets because rubber bullets are, in fact, less lethal than normal bullets, and it has enough strength for self-defense. The strength of rubber bullets are proven by the Discovery News reported that from 1970 to 1975, the British military fired off 5,500 rounds of rubber bullets in North Ireland, reportedly killing 13 people at a death rate of 1 in 18,000 rounds, resulting in severe injury rates of 1 in 800. This rate is much better than normal bullets because normal bullets are designed to kill people, which obviously increases the death count. And then going to my third point, money is made from gun control laws. According to the state of California Department of Justice Office of the Attorney General, transferring the use of guns legally to another is a current law, and transfer not only has documentation, it also has a fee. Therefore, the laws can be made to make money for the state and the gun sellers. Without gun control laws, California loses money to illegal gun sellers or illegal gun transactions. Just to go over my argument, the increased restrictions and laws on handguns is beneficial to California. Using more control over handguns and reduce the number of deaths. Using different ammunition is safer than normal bullets, and money is made from gun control laws.
All right, the proposition is identified. I think it's a little ambiguous since it's not clear what kinds of laws you're specifying. The secondary claims are previewed. Most of them don't really sound like claims. They just sound like declarative, not even declarative statements. They sound like signposts that you're going to use to explain something, but I'm not sure that they make a lot of inferences. And it's a little confusing if you have 2, 3, or 4 secondary claims. I'm not sure if the ammunition one fits into your second point or if it's its own distinct point. So that's a little bit problematic. problematic. It sounds at one point like you're talking about a very specific law that's been proposed in California, but you never identify what that law is. And if it isn't a specific law that you're talking about, it's just generic laws, then I don't understand how you can apply some of the evidence that you're using to be able to make an inference that there's going to be a difference in the number of deaths or injuries that are related there. So I think you need to be a little bit more specific in your argument there. Like I said, in the internal signposts, it's clear in the structure where you are in the speech. It's not always clear what the argument is on those particular points. Sometimes they're not making much in the sense of an inference. Like your whole third point seems to be an argument that says California will benefit from these laws because it will produce revenue, but your argument says illegal transfers don't produce any revenue. So if they're illegal, how would they, how would it be different under the new law that you're talking about? Are there transfers that are going on now that would become illegal and then that's where we would get the money? That wasn't very clear, and I thought that was a little bit confusing. There's no evidence on the first point that talks about anybody who's been injured because guns haven't been kept in a safe. I'm not sure that there isn't evidence on this, but I think that it's incumbent on you to present it. There's an argument that says that gun crimes would decrease as a result of increasing controls, and you mentioned MSN conclusion, and I'm going, what is that based on? And then the very next point from CNN seems to be based on some other study that's not being cited, so it's a secondary source that we're getting from CNN, and you want to be a little bit clearer on that. The rubber bullets issue, rubber bullets don't fire in regular firearms, so it sounds like you're suggesting that existing bullets be replaced by rubber bullets, but rubber bullets are fired from special weapons. It's like a big slingshot type thing, so I'm not exactly sure that that's what people are going to have as an alternative. It's awfully hard to go hunting with that rubber bullet, At least you won't kill the deer, you'll only bruise it a little bit, but the meat will taste nice and soft and tender when you sorry. All those PETA people out there, I apologize. Let's see. So I think the generalizations are a little bit hard to make given the evidence that you have. I think it's a little rushed and you need to have more detail on some of the points that you're presenting. All right, thank you.